All-Stars who get the game underway with a chorus of boos accompanying them. And indeed, quite a number of them are still playing today. Joe Hart, of course, at Burnley. Pablo Zabaleta at West Ham. Nigel de Jong playing club football in Qatar. And I mentioned that there'll be opportunities galore tonight. And there's the first of them, scored by Martin Petrov. A smile for Vincent Kompany, applause from Joe Hart, and Martin Petrov gets beyond Gary Neville in the right-back position and thumps it into the roof of Edwin van der Sar's goal. And it could be one of those evenings where we'll have to get a number of different calculators out just to be sure what the score is. I'll do my best. Martin Petrov makes it 1-0. Martin Petrov, of course, who was with City for 3 years, 2007 to 2010, the Bulgarian, before he left for Bolton Wanderers at the time. Here comes a boo for Ryan Giggs. And now Paul Scholes and Robbie Keane linking the play. Say ex-Spurs, he was most recently playing his club football in the United States at Los Angeles Galaxy. Robin van Persie with a little touch as the Premier League All-Stars look for an opportunity, but the flag thwarts them. Gary Neville was about to unleash a shot and saw the flag was raised on the far side. Just strayed a little too far. Probably worth noting that our officials tonight, Mark Halsey, the referee who refereed the 1999 playoff final, you might recall, between part of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Manchester United coaching set-up at Old Trafford. And now Paul Scholes, who was briefly manager of Oldham Athletic earlier this year. Nicky Butt and now Ryan Giggs and Robin van Persie. You'll notice a number of players wearing the same numbered shirts as each other. A couple of the number 8s on the field at the moment. Here's Sergio Aguero wearing his famous number 10 shirt. Nice to find David Silva. Martin Petrov would like it out wide. One of those balls in that were his trademark, and Stuart Wright Phillips almost got on the end of it. Shawnee right, echoing around the end. David Silva. Nasri. Neatly done. Very neatly done. Just a little ankle tap there, which Mark Halsey didn't like, and tells Paul Scholes to move away. Smile on the face of Nasri. Paul Scholes wasn't going to let him get past without having a little nibble there. Might take this free kick. There's a huge list of potential strikers. There's a deflection on the free kick anyway. Nigel de Jong will earn a corner. Manchester City's enforcer, Neville. And now here's Sergio Aguero and David Silva and Stephen Ireland. Well, they tried to do a little triangle of passage to get Sergio Aguero in. Here's Ireland. And now Petrov. Trying to pick out Shawnee Wright. Headed away by Ashley Cole. Ryan Giggs. Big gap on the far side for Nicky Butt. And then hit by Robin van Persie and tipped away by Joe Hart. Ryan Giggs, I beg your pardon, and tipped away by Joe Hart, who only looked to be at the peak of his powers, still on a playing contract at Burnley, of course. Through ball is onside, and Joe Hart makes the save. A brilliant save it was too. Very keen to keep a clean sheet and deny Robin van Persie there. Little run from Robin van Persie, he was onside, and that's a smashing save from Joe Hart. Just a little super save. Away by Colo Torre. As far as Carrick. And now Giggs. Little touch from Scholes, away by Torre again. Carrick's touch, Giggs forward. Van Persie, and in by Robbie Keane. And it's 1-1. Enjoyed by the coaching staff of Messrs Martinez and Henry. Good move, nice touch, good finish. Just about onside Robbie Keane, and he wasn't going to miss that. I think that will probably spice things up. They enjoyed it, the Premier League All-Stars. It goes towards Petrov and into the path of Stephen Ireland, and he jinks one way and then the other, and Bellamy's offside. Van der Sar made the save anyway, to be fair to him. But the flag would have prevented the goal.
And finally, number 20, Elias Cobo.
There's Two Company's brother getting a piece of the action. Good play by the All-Stars, and it's more than that. It's a goal for Robin van Persie. Third minute of the second half, and the Premier League All-Stars, who trailed after 70 seconds, are now in front. Nice little combination, actually. It's a lovely finish from Robin van Persie. I mentioned he'd only retired a few months ago. Well, that was clear with that beautiful angled finish, which was unstoppable. Now here's Martin Petrov. He has support from Craig Bellamy. Haaland joining in. Good save by Shay Given. Scholes. That's a lovely touch, wasn't it? Have to admire that. Here's Van Persie, tries a little back heel and wins a corner. Well, in the midst of all that was the most delightful touch by Paul Scholes. It was just a moment of genius. Look at that. Foot went one way, ball went the other. And well worth seeing. Now Ireland. Nasri again. That's beautifully worked. City with a chance. Petrov! Good save by Shay Given. Really good stop by Shay Given. Low to his right to deny Petrov. Looked as though it was going to be the equaliser for the Blues. But Shay Given had other ideas. That's a super save. Foul and a free kick to the Premier League All-Stars. Kick taken quickly. Van Persie with a chip, and it wasn't far off. Richard Wright rooted to the floor, couldn't get to it. Stars have been on the pitch for the entire duration of the game. Mikel Arteta involved. He's been in from the start. Robin van Persie, who knocked that one over the bar, started the game. Nice play from the Premier League All-Stars. Van Persie off target on this occasion. Here's De Jong, who's also been on from the start. Holding off his countryman Van Persie. Gets it back again, tries to bring in company. Is there an end product at the end of this? Benjani. Scholes tried to win it back, Haman. Petrov hits it and Shay Given saves it. With a couple of good stops tonight, Shay Given. I think both of them have been from Martin Petrov. Thank everyone for their attendance tonight. And we're only about 3 minutes from that as Seif bursts away and then loses his footing, and Francois Company wins it back. Just being shaded at the moment by Robin van Persie's goal, but could there be an equaliser? My goodness, it's exactly what the doctor ordered. Benjani with the header and the celebration that was his trademark, and the goal that this enormous crowd wanted to see, and the result, I suppose, that they all wanted to see, has arrived in the nick of time. Well, he scored on his debut with his first touch as a blue at the Old Trafford derby, and Benjani has popped up again with a header. Again it's timely. This time it's to make it 2-2 in the Vincent Company testimonial, and a fitting end, a fitting finale provided to Shay Given, and that is that, and the Vincent Company testimonial